As we approach Good Friday, have you ever asked yourself, what is Good Friday? Why do Christians celebrate Good Friday? Good Friday is one of the most important events in human history, the death of our Lord Jesus. We celebrate Good Friday because this is the day that Jesus declared victory over death and sin through his resurrection, the very pinnacle of Christian celebrations. As we reflect on this past week, we as Christians also have victory in this life and the life to come. Think about what our Lord Jesus went through. He went through many trials, not to mention he endured beatings, being spat on, looked upon as a criminal, then being crowned with thorns. His first trial was with Annas, found in John chapter 18, verse 12 and 13. Then the detachment of troops and the captain of the officer of the Jews arrested Jesus and bound him. And they led him away to Annas first, for he was the father-in-law of Caiaphas, who was a high priest that year. He was probably looked upon by Annas as a rogue, causing trouble at that time. His second trial was before Caiaphas, the high priest. And we can find that in Matthew chapter 27, verse 57. And those who laid hold of Jesus led him away to Caiaphas, the high priest. There the scribes and the elders were assembled. Jesus was bound and falsely accused at this time. His third trial, he was brought before the Sanhedrin. In Luke chapter 22, verse 70 and 71, it says, Then they all said, Are you the Son of God? So he said to them, You rightly say that I am. And they said, What further testimony do we need? For we have heard it for ourselves from his own mouth. From that point, they decided to kill him. But in order to kill him, they needed Rome's permission. So what do? They sent him to Pilate for his fourth trial. Luke 23, 3 and 4 says this, Then Pilate asked him, saying, Are you the king of the Jews? He answered him and said, It is as you say. So Pilate said to the chief priest and the crowd, I find no fault in this man. Even Pilate could not find no fault in Jesus. Pilate did not find any fault in him. He sent Jesus to Herod Antipas for the fifth trial. But even Herod Antipas treated Jesus rudely. Luke 23:11 says this, Then Herod with his men of war treated him with contempt, mocked him, arrayed him with a gorgeous robe, and then sent him back to Pilate. His sixth trial was once again before Pilate, Pontius. But Pilate once again could find no fault in Jesus. Luke 23:16-21 says, I will therefore chastise him, release him, for it was necessary for him to release one of them at the feast. And they all cried out at once, saying, Away with this man, and release to us Barabbas, who had been thrown into prison for a certain rebellion made in the city and for murder. Pilate, therefore, wishing to release Jesus, called out to them, but they shouted, saying, Crucify him, crucify him. We all know the story. Barabbas was released, and Jesus was sent to be crucified. But that wasn't the end of the story. We will let Pastor Rob finish the story on Easter Sunday. We hope you will join us.